Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Man United table bid for Mecha, and Anthony Gordon gives his thoughts on Rashford's future. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Man United set to bid for Felix Mecha. Manchester United are currently leading the race to sign Borussia Dortmund star midfielder Felix Mecha in this summer's 2026 transfer window. The Red Devils management have been quietly making moves through Christopher Vivell, who is understood to have held regular talks with the players' representatives. On top of that, Jason Wilcox knows Mecha's game inside out from when the midfielder was coming through the ranks at their local rivals' academy back in the day. This historical connection to the city of Manchester means the 25-year-old is reportedly leaning towards a move to Old Trafford over any other options. Manager Michael Carrick's aggressive pursuit is driven by an urgent need to beef up the Red Devils midfield, which is currently looking a bit thin. This comes on the back of the terrible news that Manuel Ugarte has picked up a long-term injury and could miss a massive chunk of next season. Carrick reckons Mecha's physical presence, standing at 1.90 meters tall, will be the perfect solution, bringing power, impressive ball-carrying ability, and a real knack for resisting the opposition's press. However, the English giants certainly won't have it all their own way, as Borussia Dortmund have slapped a staggering £103 million price tag on him. Such a massive fee is down to the fact that Mecha has only just penned a contract extension keeping him at the club until 2030, with no active release clause in place for this summer. For their part, Manchester United are said to be keen to avoid any panic buying and will look to test the waters with an opening bid somewhere between £52 million and £73 million to secure his services. Anthony Gordon's take on Marcus Rashford's situation. Marcus Rashford started for the England national team against the Democratic Republic of Congo in the round of 32 at the 2026 World Cup. In a fiercely contested match, Rashford played for 61 minutes in the Three Lions frontline before eventually being replaced by Anthony Gordon. Rashford endured a rather frustrating evening after being trusted by Thomas Tuchel to start on the left side of the England attack. From the very first whistle at the Atlanta Stadium, Rashford and the England backline looked nervous, and his performance even began with a simple miscontrol that went out of play, reflecting a poor start for the Three Lions squad. The situation became even more difficult for England after they were stunned by an early Congo goal in the 7th minute, which capitalized on a lapse in their defensive coordination. Despite a heavy start to the match, Rashford gradually tried to bounce back and contribute to quick counter-attacking moves. His best moment came from brilliant work by Noni Madueke on the right wing, who then delivered a pinpoint cross to the far post. An unmarked Rashford met the ball cleanly with a well-directed shot, but the goal was dramatically denied by Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who made a heroic goal-line clearance to clear the ball right off Congo's line. As the second half got underway, Rashford had another golden opportunity to level the score through a swift counterattack, but his final effort drifted wide of the post guarded by Lionel Messi. With his performance deemed less than clinical and the England attack repeatedly hitting a brick wall, Tuchel finally decided to take Rashford off in the 60th minute to be replaced by Anthony Gordon. This decision proved spot on, as Gordon's introduction immediately changed the dynamic of the game and provided two crucial assists for the two winning goals scored by Harry Kane. Meanwhile, speculation surrounding the future of the 28-year-old forward has finally been cleared up after his loan spell at Barcelona came to an end. The Catalan giants have reportedly no intention of making his move permanent this summer. On the flip side, the Manchester United hierarchy has also completely ruled out any option of loaning Rashford out to another club again. Given that he is still tied down to a long-term contract at Old Trafford until 2028 and has no interest in moving to a fellow Premier League club, the best option now being taken is to reintegrate him into the first-team squad. Under the guidance of manager Michael Carrick, Rashford is scheduled to report straight to Carrington next month for pre-season training sessions ahead of the 2026-2027 season. His presence is highly expected to help lift the performance of the Red Devils, who will be competing in the Champions League once again. After the match was over, Anthony Gordon gave a statement regarding the performance of his teammate, Marcus Rashford. According to Gordon, Marcus had given his absolute everything from the very first minute amidst the high pressure of a knockout tie. He acknowledged that the opponent's disciplined defense in the first half had left the forwards somewhat isolated. Therefore, when the manager asked him to come onto the pitch, Gordon focused on exploiting the tiredness of the opposition backline, which had been thoroughly worn down from constantly tracking Marcus and Harry Kane. Whilst fully aware that competition for the left-wing spot is incredibly fierce, Gordon emphasized that they always back each other up. He felt grateful that it was his turn to make an impact that day with an assist. However, he strongly believes that the next match could be the moment for Marcus to contribute to England, whether that be through an assist or by scoring a goal himself. Previously, Anthony Gordon had also shared details of his private chat with Marcus Rashford about his transfer to Barcelona. Gordon revealed that Rashford gave him a deep insight into the inner workings of Barcelona, particularly regarding how brilliant the relationship between the players is and how strong the family spirit is inside the Catalan Giants dressing room. Not only did he talk about the team atmosphere, but Rashford also helped Gordon settle in practically by sharing various tips about life in the city of Barcelona, including recommending comfortable places to live. At the end of his statement, Gordon openly praised his senior England teammate's character as someone who is incredibly kind, caring, and welcoming. Gordon concluded that Rashford is a wonderful bloke for being kind enough to pass on bits of important information that helped him out immensely. In addition to offering a positive view on Rashford's personality, Gordon also expressed his confidence that the forward's return to Manchester United under Michael Carrick will be the perfect stage to prove himself. According to Gordon, Rashford's experience playing at the absolute highest level along with the new tactical dynamics at Old Trafford will help his teammate find his best goal-scoring form again. He believes that setbacks at club level as well as challenges with the national team will only serve to motivate Rashford to perform even better in the upcoming pre-season. Milan fail in bid for Mason Mount. Speculation regarding Mason Mount's future at Manchester United has hit fever pitch over the last few days following startling reports from a number of Italian media outlets. The widely circulated stories suggested that the attacking midfielder had been offered to Italian giants Milan for a relatively modest fee of around £21.5 million. This rumour immediately caught the attention of the international football public, being viewed as one of the surprise moves of this summer transfer window. The transfer rumour gained significant traction and momentum because Milan have only recently appointed former Red Devils boss Ruben Amorim as their new manager. Amorim was said to have greenlit the Rossoneri hierarchy's move to bring Mason to the San Siro without delay in order to bolster the team's attacking creativity. The Portuguese tactician was incredibly keen on a reunion, as he is thoroughly acquainted with the quality, dedication, and superb work ethic displayed by the player during their time together at Old Trafford. However, Milan's hopes of securing the England international signature have been firmly scuppered after the Manchester United hierarchy took a highly resolute stance. The Red Devils reportedly blocked any potential transfer outright and refused to enter into any negotiations whatsoever with the Italian heavyweights regarding Mason's departure. This pivotal decision was made to preserve squad stability as the team prepares for a grueling campaign, while simultaneously keeping rival European clubs at bay. The firm stance adopted by the Manchester United boardroom is not without good reason, given that Michael Carrick's side is currently grappling with a rather severe midfield crisis. United's strength in the middle of the park has been depleted following the departure of veteran midfielder Casemiro, who chose to continue his career with Inter Miami. The situation has been compounded by an injury crisis hitting the squad, notably a severe knee injury sustained by Manuel Ugarte, which looks set to keep him sidelined for a lengthy spell. Losing an experienced player like Mason amidst such an emergency and squad shortage was deemed far too risky for the Red Devils' squad depth. Carrick requires seasoned options to ensure United remain fully prepared and competitive on both the domestic and European stages next season. A relentless fixture schedule in a notoriously ruthless Premier League and the Elite Champions League demands that United possess a bench just as strong as their starting 11. Interestingly, the club's firm stance aligns perfectly with Mason Mount's personal wishes, as he has absolutely no intention of leaving Old Trafford. Insiders and Mason's representatives even admitted to being completely taken aback when they caught wind of the massive transfer rumors circulating in the Italian sports press recently. They immediately clarified the situation, stating unequivocally that there has been no official or informal contact whatsoever between the Rossoneri and the players' camp to date. Rather than dwelling on the rumors of a move to Italy, the 27-year-old is currently understood to be in Spain, focusing entirely on his fitness. Mason is undergoing an intensive fitness program under the watchful eye of his trusted personal trainer to recover his physical condition post-injury. Mason is fully committed to getting his fitness back to 100% so he can hit the ground running as soon as United's pre-season training schedule commences next week. Although Mason's injury record during his time with the Red Devils has been less than ideal and has frequently disrupted his progress, Manchester United still hold high hopes for the midfielder. The hierarchy and the coaching staff remain fully convinced that Mason can still make a massive contribution towards returning the club to its former glory. The player's vision and international experience are seen as far too valuable an asset for the club to cast aside at this moment in time. One of the main reasons the Red Devils are so reluctant to let him go is his incredible versatility across the midfield. Mason's ability to slot into various different roles, from an attacking midfielder or a central midfielder to playing out wide, offers invaluable tactical flexibility for Michael Carrick's plans. This tricky predicament means Mason's presence is still viewed as absolutely vital by the hierarchy, especially with United set to compete across 4 fronts next season in what promises to be a heavily congested calendar. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.